The journey of 0 to 1000 crores is not just about numbers. It's about passion, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of a dream. A legacy that started with a belief, a handful of students, and a commitment to excellence. To those aspiring for greatness, I say dream big, work hard, and never settle. Success is a journey, and every challenge is a stepping stone. So my dad was working in a book company, and I went with my dad to his office, and I told his boss that there are so many books lying in your warehouse. ये धूल खा रही हैं यहाँ पे, आप मुझे दे दीजिए. Let me try and sell these books, and if I can sell these books, I'll probably be able to make some money, and मैं अपने पास जो रखना वो रख लूँगा, and rest of the money I'll give it to y'all. And at that time I had a bicycle, so my younger brother and myself, we put those books onto a bicycle, and we started going to schools and colleges trying to sell those books. Then I realized कि जो कंपनी काम नहीं कर पा रही थी, इतने सालों से बुक्स धूल खा रही थी, कुछ महीनों में हम दोनों भाइयों ने वो सारी किताबें बेच दी. Not that because we were very intelligent, but सिर्फ एक चीज़ था कि हम मेहनत करना जानते थे. And the passion was so much that we would always sometimes go from Pune right up to Ahmednagar to sell books. One day we went from Pune to Bombay on a bicycle to sell books. I mean, that was the kind of passion, that was the kind of energy we had to earn money and make a living for ourselves and start a business. So that's how that career started. It started on a bicycle, and slowly we made some money. Bicycle with that transformed into a cycle, and then the bicycle transformed into a motorbike. And when we had a motorbike, that was a time where we felt we were kings. फिर बाइक पे किताब रख के हम गोवा जाते थे और एक दिन वहाँ पर बीच पे बिताते थे, अगले दिन जाके किताबें बेचते थे. So we would mix up pleasure, and we would mix up work, and we would have a lot of fun, and we would also earn money.
You will not grow till you don't have the the struggle. So you must have heard people living, or people born with a silver spoon in the mouth don't really do too well. I mean, they don't take businesses to the next level. But what happens is, when you grow the business, when you work very hard to get something, one, obviously you value it a lot, and second, it obviously teaches you all the ups and downs of how you need to go up, and how you've achieved your goals. So it's never easy. So success is never easy.
So Lexicon started in a pretty peculiar manner. When we started our business, which was selling books. So me and my younger brother would go to schools, selling books on a bicycle. And when we would go and visit schools and sit there for some time and wait for the principals to come and speak to us, and it would sometimes take hours. The principal would make us wait for 4 hours, 5 hours, or maybe 6-7 hours in the day. So what do? You sit there and you keep on observing whatever is happening around. And when this happened so many times, one day a thought came, okay, can we also make a school like this? But a thought is a thought after all. So we both brothers would discuss, and it just vanished, because where do you get the resources from, where do you get other things? And so it was just a thought. It came and it went. But after many years, after about 7, 8, 10 years, then that thought recurred again, and we said, oh, we had a thought of making a school, let's do it now. So the biggest challenge when we started a school was, we had taken loans, we had EMIs to be paid, we had salaries to be paid, we had got a principal from abroad. There were so many expenses, and there were no students, there was no income. So the biggest challenge is, how do you pay the salaries, how do you pay the EMIs if there is no income? So that was the biggest issue that we faced. But fortunately life had better things, and slowly the things picked up. And but yeah, I can still never forget that there was a time when we had to my father had to give away his provident fund and gratuity amount to us so that we could pay the EMIs. My mother sold her jewelry. Monisha, my wife, she sold her jewelry. Neeraj's wife, she sold her jewelry. So we all sold everything that we had. We had one car. After that we sold that car. So we sold almost everything that we had just to ensure that the school, does well.
हमने कम से कम नहीं तो 2 साल बहुत ही मुश्किल में गुजारे हैं, बहुत ही मुश्किल में गुजारे हैं। हमको ये था कि अगर हम वही एक समय था कि जब हमने ये सोचा था कि अगर हम आज टूट गए तो फिर टूट जाएंगे। तो वो समय था जब हम पूरी फैमिली हम लोग टुगेदर थी, वह पूरी फैमिली ने उस समय को बर्दाश्त की।
We were seeing everything in front of our eyes and we were ourselves experiencing that. In fact, this decision was it was a no-brainer. So we needed money and the best way was to just sell off the jewelry and get the money in. Yeah, there was emotional connect with the jewelry. But as my parents have always taught that what needs to be done, emotions are important. But at that point of time, what is required is more important than your emotions.
So when it was the time for us to take that decision of giving away our jewelry, I think none of us even gave it a second thought, because it was for our work. And as a woman, if you ask me, yeah, it is said that the jewelry is everything for a woman, but I had full confidence in what Neeraj was saying and what Bhaiya was saying, and of course what Monisha was saying. So I didn't even think twice about it. It was absolutely not a problem.
So the morale, in the family was very, very low, because आपके पास घर पे कुछ है ही नहीं. There is no money in your house, there is no jewelry in your house, there is no savings in your house. My dad's provident fund is not there. So the morale was so low, and we thought that every day is a struggle. और ये school कब बिक जाएगा, you could not say. So it was a very, very difficult time. So everybody was probably in their lowest at during those times. So it was a very, very sad situation, but it was not really interesting that time.
कभी किसी को मुकम्मल जहाँ नहीं मिलता, कभी ज़मीं तो कभी आसमान नहीं मिलता. So वो खोज शुरू है. आज भी मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा that we've got everything, but yeah, the struggle is still on. But yes, we learned the hard way and certainly passed this on to our team and team members.
So diversification has been a very integral part, but I'll tell you why. We were pure educationists, but when our children became big, they wanted to try different things, and the kind of leadership qualities that we have at home, हम उनको ज्ञान नहीं देते, हम उनको सिर्फ तथास्तु कहते हैं. We give them आशीर्वाद कि आपने जो करना है आप कीजिए. We will only be there by your side. So hence the diversification took place. One child said that I want to probably start a company called as Sita. So this was my eldest daughter who studied from LA. When she came back, she saw that there was a case of on a big corporate in the world. I would not like to name the corporate, but a big corporate of the world where the talcum powder was an issue for them. And she said, if such big corporates are creating such problems for the world, let me try and get and make something which is the ingredient is more child friendly. So she came up with a company called Sita. Now she makes baby products. She ensures that she uses the good the good products in the company, and eventually that's how she is probably scaling up her business. So the other daughter, she started a company called as Rest the Case, which is basically meeting the clients, meeting the lawyers on a platform. So that's what she's done. So that's how that company started. Then media company was something that I really was very keen, so I was always intrigued by media. I liked media. So that is something that I wanted to start. So I had approached Times of India. I requested them if they could give me Pune Mirror, which was their newspaper in Pune. So it was about last week that we completely bought out Pune Mirror from Times of India, and I'm so grateful to them to give it to us and have faith in us So yeah, that's how we diversified into Pune Mirror. And then there was another company called as Multifit. So Multifit is basically a company which was into gyms. So there are about 45 gyms in India, in abroad, in UK, in UAE. So that's how these diversifications have happened. So I feel, yes, let's get capable people, and you can diversify as much as you can, unless and until you have, if you do not have capable people, you'll never be able to diversify. So it's not that money can make you diversify. पैसा है तो आप कहीं भी लगा दो, ऐसा होता नहीं है. लोगों से बिजनेस होता है, और लोग हैं तो डाइवर्सिफाई कीजिए, लोग नहीं है तो डोंट डाइवर्सिफाई. आई वुड से दैट.
Businesses today are not made because of Italian marble or false ceiling or the infrastructure that you may have. Businesses are made only because of the people that you have. So it's the organization which is made for the people and by the people.
What is the legacy that Lexicon wants to leave? I would say that, are we able to contribute to a person's growth? So if a student walks into Lexicon, and after spending a few years in Lexicon, are we able to change the personality? Are we able to make him think differently? Are we able to, in short, make him a person who's going to become successful one day? If we can do that, I feel then yes, that's the legacy that we've created. So whether it is students or even our gyms, that for that matter. So when a person walks into a gym, am I only trying to influence the person to build muscles, or am I changing the personality of a person? Am I also making that person internally strong? So this is what we do at Multifit. So we also try and touch the soul, just not the body. If we can do that, I think that's the kind of legacy brand that we would like to create, who would change people.